back to study break.
I guess.
Study break number 51.
Yeah.
I'm your Goblin Master, Jared Vossel. With me, as always, are the gals, Lilith Roosevelt, Campbell Duffy, and Olivia Rose McCain. So,
hello.
How was that episode, y'all?
Okay. I want to say, here's what I want to say. Jared, I never should have doubted you.
What do I say?
I'm sorry for what I said, and I'm sorry for what I did. I was wrong. I doubted your ability to cook.
You did.
And I never will again.
You doubted my chef skills.
Some gourmet shit this episode.
We were eating good.
Yeah. But hey, you were just really caught up in the moment.
I was passionate.
That was the reason you were supposed to be upset.
I was. I'm so easy to emotionally manipulate.
Yeah. I will say.
That's actually a true fact about me.
My first reaction from this episode, Beans saved the fuck out of y'all with the invisibility.
That was so clutch.
Here's the thing.
I felt something in the universe shift.
I have been sitting on that invisibility. Like the minute we entered into the ball, like I was like, because my first thought is I was like, I'm going to run up and put invisibility on one of the principals to like save them as like a goodwill kind of like, we're not lying to you. But then I was like, no. I think the moment kind of passed. I was like, I think we got to get out of there. And then I was like, well, at first I was like, I can cast it on one of us to get out of the ball because I didn't know the mechanics at first. And then when you explained it, I was like, I have confidence that we can get out without this. And I wanted to cast it on you maybe, but you had Margie and I can't do like, I guess you were carrying her, but like, I was like, I don't know if that's going to work. And then I held it and then I was like, if I make Esta invisible, will Finna let her go? Like at every step, I was like, do I use it yet? And then when I was like, no, I have to save it for when we get to Sally. Cause I was like, no way you're going to be like, you got to Sally, you get out. Mm-hmm. And I read it like a million times and I was like, yes, as long as she's carrying us, we can get out.
How long have you had that spell?
Since we last leveled up because I took the shadow touched feat to kind of like tie into all the like hell stuff. So I get inflict wounds and invisibility as like just like a shadow touch thing. I can just use them like once every long rest.
That's awesome.
I love that we're Sally's cargo.
Yeah.
Was that rule of cool? Like we like our objects, I'm doing air quotes. Like it's like we're
Yeah,
it says,
I don't know.
It says anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. It doesn't say objects. It says anything.
Yeah. That's acceptable.
So person.
We're on
That's anything.
I love it. But I did want that, when like you get away, like out of the terminal and then everybody who's like, I guess the Sunshine Knights are gone.
No.
But the big crowd of people like, wait,
yeah.
And
kill her.
Yeah, kill her. And they just have to watch you. The problem is if he turned around and saw us, he'd be like, okay, so they're right here, ship.
Yeah, I don't know. Something came over me I don't know. I was wrong.
It would have been fun to like trample him on the way out.
Yeah,
exactly.
We kind of owned him, but it was like a quiet owning.
Fuck.
It wasn't a climactic like, I'll get you. It was like, look, what's that over there?
Well,
fuck, I have my flunk.
There was drama planned in the interaction with Lord Arathis.
Okay,
Why
I'll be honest,
So like, here's the
devastated.
thing. I'm devastated.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good that y'all did that. And that's the thing with D&D, and especially like finding obstacles to like get the players tripped up. So like the whole like he has to see invisibility and like reasoning that. But then also but rewarding you for your like quick thinking and playing skills.
Well, you had the Knights leave.
I had the Knights leave.
Just us against Lord Arathis. I'm not saying we could beat him. Like I get that he's very powerful.
There was plans for like some crazy shit that he was going to do, which like the Sunshine Knights was not a big thing. And so that's why I kind of have like the ships coming out. There will be like,
did you play that? Or are we just so good that you had
y'all were so good that I needed some ships to more like,
but that's fine.
Because I usually have like a thing that I want to end on. And the thing I wanted to end on was totally obsolete whenever y'all were sneaking out. There was going to be like a save or fail that would have been pretty big.
Was he gonna like get Margie?
Maybe.
I bet he was gonna get Margie be like, you can get away now, or you can try to save her and die, and then we were gonna have to leave her, and I was gonna be ripped away from her.
Yeah.
It
wouldn't have been she died.
I know, you're not gonna kill her.
Going into this episode, I was really scared for you and like like if Jared was gonna fuck Margie up or separate the two of you.
I knew
or
that he was
like,
gonna try to separate us.
I was so
normally I would
scared.
be like, oh, I kind of wish we failed so that we could have the cool Lord Arathis interaction. But this is a moment where I'm kind of like, too bad.
Yeah.
We are getting away.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say this on mic because they don't know about it, but that moment you told me about last night, did I fuck it with what I did between?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No, I was talking.
Okay.
The thing I was telling you about was going to be like way later.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought that you were cooking up a moment of like, we try to make our escape, but there's a dramatic, like, me and Margie are ripped away from each other
Yeah.
thing. And Lord Arathis does need her. Like, he knows that he needs her for the, they've got to collect them all and sacrifice them at the same time. So, like
Pokemon.
Pokemon. But did he even know Margie was, I mean, he has no idea where Margie is right now.
He saw a Githyanki appear in the room.
Yeah.
With us, but he doesn't know where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, pretend I didn't say that thing about like he turns around and sees us. I just wanted that classic like you get back.
No, I was so scared you were going to insist on it and Jared was going to be like, fine. And I was like, shut up. No.
That wouldn't even make sense.
There's a thing that
Well, he
I
has
think,
invisibility. He could see us.
Yeah.
I know he heard a weird sound.
There's a thing that
I
I
was gonna
think
do footprints, like minor illusion footprints going the other way.
that I won't even. I don't think I should even do it next episode or like try to do it. I think it'll just have to come on later. But I'm very upset.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Can
good.
reflavor it for another moment.
You could
Yeah.
not. We cannot.
Really?
I mean, like,
You can't save the dialogue.
like, there's the thing that I want to do, and like, I will maybe do it later. We'll try to do it later, but
Try to get it in there. Jared, I'm rooting for you.
it's
Is it, like,
something.
is
It's
it-
something that I would have enjoyed.
Is it really
Sorry.
juicy dialogue?
No, it's just like juicy, like changing of stakes and plot.
So sorry, but I was sitting on my ultra clutch move for this whole time.
No, that was very, very clutch.
It was awesome.
and I knew because when I looked at this, I was like, why do I have inflict wounds? And I went, oh yeah, I have those spells.
It was not a bad thing. Like, it
Yeah.
would have been a bad thing that happened to you all, but
yeah, we avoided the bad thing. No, it was
Yeah.
a clutch move.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say my major flunk was we didn't crop dust Lord Arathis on the way out.
True.
We all including Sally, could have farted and
It's
left
okay.
him like, oh, what was that?
That would have been awesome.
So big miss on our
Big
part, I'd like
flunk.
to say, but I think we all take part in that miss.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jared, this is just like kind of about like a DM's power. Like when you as the players like are outsmart the DM or something like that, it's like, oh, it's so cool. But then like the DM does have the capability to be like, and then Lord Arathis knows how to fly, and then he flies up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like if you we've got the airship, which like makes sense that students would run to the airships.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't feel like what?
Well, it's
Jared's
like
crazy.
because they're like, oh, if we didn't find him in here, they must, you know, they must have
But
taken
if there's
air.
some big like information that Lord Arathis is about to drop on us, he could probably make it up there. It's just like
it wasn't information. It was just something that he wanted to do.
Can you just tell us?
No,
Don't tell us.
What?
I'm not
No,
gonna
don't tell
you.
us.
It didn't happen.
I want to know.
I know it's
No,
not going to
don't tell
happen.
us.
Is it ever? So it's never going to happen?
It might.
I want it to happen.
Hey,
You
it
do
just-
not.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
But it's
I
also,
thought it was take. Was it take Margie?
I can't tell you what it was.
No, because why wouldn't he though? He needs those Githyanki.
Can I keep guessing?
No.
Okay.
We're going to start talking about from the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Let's go back to the
I
top.
know Jared wanted a dramatic like, I'll see you. I'll find you. I'll find you.
But I was
No,
also
it was something I think is like
Worse.
better.
Oh.
Not better, but like a little unexpected.
I was also,
Anyway, we're done. We're done talking about that.
this is about the episode, but I was like, I think you did good of like he has seen invisibility, and we still didn't make that stealth check, right? Like there was still
Yeah.
a moment, a very real moment that like we could have failed that encounter.
Yeah.
So like I like that it wasn't like
You get away with it.
Yeah.
Shoot, you ruined everything.
I like that it
We
wasn't
still
like an
had-
immediate win, but it
Yeah.
was like, you know, we
Yeah.
still did
We
it.
still had to earn it.
I thought it was going to be 3 rounds of stealth checks.
Same.
I was thinking about doing another one, but then I was like, like y'all are like up, like in the sky. Like if y'all like get out of here,
Yeah.
like y'all are good.
I like that I like that you rewarded like Olivia's quick think, like
That's the
creative
other thing,
thinking.
is I wanted
and like
to
I
reward
like that we got
Olivia.
like I like that it made a big change because it's like
Yeah.
it would have been a cool moment of like, oh, Olivia cast this like clutch spell, and then it's this amazing moment, like, whoa, she did it. But then like if the outcome was like, oh, 2 rounds later, the same thing
Yeah,
happens.
they got you anyway.
Like it wouldn't have felt
Exactly.
as like as much of like an impactful.
That was
Yeah.
kind of a decision I had to make of like, there have been times in this podcast where like somebody has made a cool thing and I have been like, oh, well, or like, but then this happens. And so this was like a decision that I had to make of like, well, I'll give them one obstacle that they can overtake, and it won't be a super easy obstacle, but it's like a scalable obstacle.
Yeah.
And if they get through that, then they've done it. They've gotten it. Just because there's been so many times in this podcast where I've been like, wow. So I wanted to reward you for that.
It was cool. I think it was the right move. I think it was good DMing.
Thank you. But beginning of the episode,
Yes.
Beans launches himself at Lord Arathis.
Epic moment.
Love that.
Epic moment.
Love
win.
that. I like it. You were like, ignores the golden ball. And I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to ignore the golden ball. I hate this fucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked when you stabbed him.
I liked the
Felt
imagery
good.
of us getting like all blown against the wall, like,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
like scrambling and like to grab hands.
And I didn't describe it as much as I wanted to. I wanted that magic to be like very cold. I described it like the second time she did it, how that is like that cold magic that like shoots through your blood.
Cold door. Oh, I forgot to say that we got the sweater. Well, it was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I would say that y'all
Yeah.
got the sweater.
I just love because like if this was a TV show or a cartoon, it's like her like appearing in the middle of the room and then her like looking up at Sawyer and like, I don't know, kind of like the realization of like who it
it's you.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
All the like,
Finally, yeah, I loved all your description of like finally seeing like the real, like her real form was really fun. That was good. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
all
I
the-
meant to say, I didn't say her name, but I meant to say like Margie. Like,
Yeah.
And then around the table, we all were like, it's Margie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that moment where we all grabbed hands and then like got ripped through time reminded me of the ending of Guardians of the Galaxy where like, you know, they're getting like ripped apart by the stone. but they're all
Yeah,
holding
yeah.
hands.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I love the like, I don't know, like instantly knowing someone.
and then y'all teleported to
Right where I wanted to be.
Right where you wanted to
Honestly,
be.
best moment of my life when you said it in the
God.
middle of the dance floor.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, yeah.
I'm just glad all our friends came to our rescue.
Yeah, that
'Cause
was, that was really
awesome.
nice. That was beautiful.
Jared was like, trust me.
trust me, let me cook, bro.
Bro, let me cook.
I'm glad, Esta, I'm glad we got you on the mic.
Hit it, Esta.
that was the
That's
best
good.
hit it. That was the best and most powerful hit it Esta ever.
Yeah.
And you hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was standing there and then like I don't know, there's that moment where like Jared and I are like talking over each other.
He almost got you, and I'm
I know.
so proud you kept going.
It like because I don't know, I'm never I don't like interrupting anybody,
Yeah.
which is a big like obstacle of mine to overcome. So
That's why.
but it added
That's
to
why
like
you gotta hit
the
it.
real
Esta.
panic. Like I really felt like that's what Esta would feel like in that moment, like watching all these like sunshine nights and people like come after her, but still trying to like say her piece.
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah.
It was good. At least now everyone will be like, "What is Project Golden Sun?" Well, you said they're training you to go to war.
Yeah, I didn't say Project Golden Sun, but I was like,
But we put
they're
it on
gonna
the wall
use
of the
you.
hole.
We did, yeah, we put it on the wall of the hole.
yeah, it's like just to like plant the seed. It's like it's not gonna necessarily like be a everybody turns on our side, but
Yeah.
it's still that thing of like if anybody's ever told you something like, hey, like I'd watch out for that person. Like you're always gonna have in the back of
know.
your mind, like,
Yeah.
why would they say
Yeah,
that?
and I want the idea that they're all being used to at least be in the back of their mind.
Yeah. And then I got some students to rally
That was
The
good.
principals.
for their principals because I don't want the principals to die. I know they are powerful.
In
but
that moment, like, is a rebellious act. It's like, even
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
aren't on our side, like,
you don't have
that-
to be on my side, but at least don't be on their side.
Exactly.
you
It was
know?
like, yeah, it was interesting.
I loved all the different people we got to run into in the hallway.
That was great.
Like as we got going.
Yeah.
I'm glad we made friends. Can you imagine if we haven't been making
Yeah.
friends this whole time?
Yeah, our WUG
Yeah.
campaign is working.
Yeah. That was really fun.
Gracker, like, jumping in front of me. If you fucking touch it, I was like,
That was kind of dreamy. I was
yeah,
like,
I was like, I love Gracker.
I was so
President
shocked.
Cracker.
I was so shocked when your siblings were there. I don't know
Oh
why.
my gosh. No, I loved that. I loved that they were
was
there.
so good. Like that's so much more. I think I said this like in a dog pause.
Yeah.
But like it's so much juicier to have like Esta's siblings trying to like incapacitate her and like take her or whatever they were trying to do. We don't know.
Yeah.
Than like Sunshine Nights like coming after us.
Yeah.
Like it. Oh, it was
Yeah.
so good.
And it's just more of those like Ruidon sibling like betrayal moments. Like
Yes.
like Theodrix and Sissix, like Melda and Timonus, and then like myself and Finna in that moment. Like I'm glad you told me. I was really struggling with what to do in the moment with Finna, but Lily was like, lift up her sleeve.
Yeah.
And so I thought I was gonna pull it up and see barbs, see silver barbs.
That would have been nuts.
So I like
That would have been
Jared's being like, shit, that would have been crazy.
There was.
But then that would have created a crazy divide between Timonus and Frey.
I don't know.
Unless Timonus is like, sure.
That would be. I mean, he said sure to fuck Esta having the.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he had. Like,
Well,
somebody had to have it.
I mean, like that. I'll tell you what. One of the things that Lord Arathis wasn't going to do. I was deciding if he was going to use Briars.
Well, we saw him use them on
On Lunastera.
Lunastera.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that was an option at one point, but then I decided not to. But yeah,
Because the Briar's on Sally.
Oh God.
talking with Esta having the dream also of like her like siblings like protecting her or fighting, like trying to get her.
Yeah.
And then this like kind of coming true in this moment.
Yeah, so I loved that we had all of the kind of, we got to see a glimpse of like her relationship with each of them and how they differ. It was like,
Yeah, it was really
that was fun.
3 good different relationships.
Yeah.
And most of the interaction was with, at first Finna. Like we had already met Melda. And so then like I liked that like we got to interact more with Finna and like see what kind of strategist she was and like see like how she spoke to you. And then like we got to see Amra at the end.
Yeah.
So like we really did get to
Sume
see.
at the end.
Oh, sorry, Sume at the end.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. It's okay.
Who's only a little older than you.
Sume is 2 years older than me. Melda is 1, Sume is 2, Finna is 3.
Got it. Damn, your parents were pumping them out.
I know.
Oh.
But
It had to be to get that many of them.
Sume is Tess's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And but yeah, and then we got to Margie. We got to the action surge realization.
Yeah.
To get Margie.
Oh my
to the
God, that
3-year-old.
wasn't even me being like, what am I going to do? I know. I was like, oh my God. Forgot that I was a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge because I don't know what I had like tunnel vision. I literally had like tunnel vision during that. I was panicking. I was like, I can't do anything. My stupid halfling legs can't get me there. I thought about asking you for a level of exhaustion or something. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I probably would have given it to you. But
It would have been way worse for the rest of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Screwed.
But no, I love the idea, which I kind of want to talk with you, Olivia, about some stuff.
Me?
About getting into the Margie stuff of her power like hurting her, but it's like too good to like not use.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me
Yeah.
Love it.
too. Whenever she was like, get me close.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I was like, I know what you're going to do.
I got one more.
Yeah, because you gotta, then you really gotta question, like, is this one person worth, like, potentially, like, the rest of the world dying?
She's like bloody and exhausted and like.
I got one more.
Yeah.
So good. So good. And then if Lord Arathis had gotten her because she was unconscious, then I would have blamed myself forever for getting her there. But he didn't. Sucker.
Yeah. Well, I just forgot that she was unconscious. Holy shit. Yeah. No, that would have been a big deal.
But I can get her up, right? If she's on Sally,
Yeah.
I can take a turn to
You would
get
have
her
been
up.
able to help her. I probably would have said that like you had helped her at some point, that like the unconscious shit wasn't a deal. But anyway, we're done. We're not talking about what might have and could have happened.
Well,
Do we know what
that
spell that is technically?
For her, no, that's a homebrew thing.
Okay.
She's awesome.
That's like
I'm
that's
so
like
obsessed with her.
power of like Lunastera.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, whenever we had that conversation with Tess, I mean, that was like a pretty long conversation. I also forgot that she was unconscious. I thought that she was just like exhausted. And
Yeah.
Also, like we weren't talking to her at that time, but I probably would have given her out.
Yeah. You probably would have given her.
Which could have been no, but let's say it didn't because I want it to be a great moment. I want it to be a great dramatic moment
That's
when
fair.
she wakes up. So actually, I didn't. I just left her unconscious. Sorry.
I was distracted earlier, but did y'all talk about, are you excited to read the letter from your father?
Yeah, I wish I'd read it when we were in the hole. I totally forgot about
like
it.
opened it.
No, I was trying to think about what items I had.
so
and-
much stuff happened.
Yeah.
But what if you
I
read
forgot
it
you
in
had
there
it.
and it absolutely like destroyed your mental, you know what I mean? Like what could possibly be in there?
That would've
Well,
been good.
I mean, the thing that she said to me in like that Finn was like, he wanted me to tell you like I'm sorry, and like he's like appealing to like
with the fucking syringe on her arm, she said that shit. I was like, oh,
I'm sorry. I wish it was better circumstances. Like all this stuff. Like he's like obviously trying to appeal to my like.
He knows that you know.
Yeah.
But in that, whenever we went back to the hole, you never would have like stopped and read a letter.
Yeah, it would
We're
have
spray
taken too
painting
long.
and we're grabbing stuff and we're
Yeah.
I think
cleaning
because
up
it's like,
and getting out.
it wouldn't have. I don't think it would have changed your decisions. Like,
no,
you know,
it
it's
wouldn't
like,
have. Yeah, probably not.
I'm
But
excited to see what it says though.
yeah.
I'm really curious to know what it says.
I feel like it's gonna be like, I have officially disowned you. You're dead to me.
I don't know.
But like she has she's the one with the soul. Like you're the one with the like
Yeah.
not the bloodline, but like the soul line.
Or maybe, or maybe he's like, I'll do anything. Just let's fix our relationship.
Yeah, and it's also like if I go off and I die, it's like if I die,
it can
what
go to
happens?
any.
Somebody's
it can-
gotta have a
It
baby.
can go to anyone, right?
Yeah.
Like,
One of your siblings would have to
Does
like,
it go to Amra if I die?
It doesn't.
Oh.
Do they have to-
It has to be like a transfer.
And it has to be like a transfer.
So, like, it
so
could,
if I
like-
die,
So it
they're
could
fucked.
die with
And
you?
they don't have it anymore.
or it's like he's released.
yeah, crazy thing to say,
Or
but
he's
like,
released. Yeah.
maybe it should die with you. You know what I mean? Like, maybe like this should be the end.
I've thought about that a lot.
Or like he gets released, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And like wreaks havoc.
Who knows?
But
or maybe he goes off and he's like, I'm done with that.
well, we can get there when we get there. But
When
when we get there,
Esta died.
don't say
no, about the reasoning and stuff. I guess I'll say it now. Of the whole thing though would be like if he is released or if it dies with you. There's the reason they wouldn't want it to die with you is because like that is the power of the Ruidans. Like
Yeah.
he is the power of the Ruidans. If he was released, then the thought is that he would destroy everything, and that is like the idea of why he's in there, so that he can't destroy things, and also to be a power for the Ruidans, to be used for their magic.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to be let loose, and he doesn't want to be killed.
Yeah.
So then we got away from. Oh, you woke. But this is my A+ is when you woke back up,
Oh yeah.
and it was so. Oh, it was so good. You were like, "You stupid bitch! This won't make him proud of you." And then
Yeah.
your eyes glowed blue, and you electrocuted her.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, that was awesome!"
Thank you.
That was a crazy line. I loved it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then y'all are in the hallways of Frogmont, getting chased by Finna.
I love that the Brimstone boys were the ones that were just like basically terrorizing her to get her away.
I know, it's so funny to imagine the three of them, like this prissy Ruidon, like getting terrorized by these three insane brimstone boys.
I think they could, if anybody could do it though, it was them.
exactly.
And then they're making weird.
Couldn't have been
noises.
anybody else.
As they
Their
like
attack
chase
is just
Gosh.
like distracted, confused.
Yep.
Maybe that was vicious.
She's only
mockery.
trained for like her opponent to be similarly like
Like a duel.
powerful and like respectful,
like
you
to
know,
be
like,
as serious as her.
yeah, they're taking it like so. These three boys just be like, really threw her off guard.
Yeah, and then y'all get to y'all's room. And
Chet's
y'all-
living up to the weather feather name.
You get to y'all's room and y'all leave some stuff behind.
I do like that we like destroyed. It was like the hole gets kind of destroyed with like, you know, you can't have the hole without us.
Yeah.
I love that the bugs read the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the bug thing goes.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back
we'll
and
see.
the bugs are gonna have like a concubine like kingdom.
Yeah.
They're
The
gonna
bugs
have,
are
like-
gonna be the new principal.
or they're gonna have like a sexual revolution.
I think they're gonna have a sexual revolution.
It's gonna be like a
personally.
it's gonna be like a really like sexually healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy. You think all those books had healthy relationships?
They're gonna be like, whoa, having sex is okay, and we love it.
I feel like bugs
They're
maybe-
gonna. I bet they were a puritanical bug culture when
Oh.
you unveiled them, and then they ran out and they read the whole pages, and they're like, oh, like it's gonna be like 1969. Like they're
Peace
gonna be
and
like,
love.
They're gonna be like burning bras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Bug bras.
They're all like sex
Okay,
and rock
anyway.
and roll.
We
And
love-
then we spray painted. We've been framed, which
Yeah.
is one of the best things to spray paint. And then we spray painted
Project Golden Sun. That was smart.
And then I put my jacket underneath it,
Oh,
which if Felicity or Joe, that was my mom's jacket.
yeah.
So they'll know.
Yeah. You abandoning that jacket was so like, oh my gosh. That really hit me.
Actually,
but then
makes no sense for me as the youngest sibling to have it.
Well, maybe
Well, you're the one
fifth
going
one.
to Frog
Yeah,
Rock.
maybe
Yeah.
it gets past you. Like
Yeah,
when
it gets
you're
passed
at-
down. Maybe it gets passed down, and I left
Yeah.
it there.
Crazy.
And
but then Beans leaving like his pin and his uniform behind.
that was so. That
all
almost
he
made me.
wanted was
That
to
almost
go to
made me cry in real
school.
life.
Yeah, all I wanted to be was a normal boy going to school.
Yeah.
And it's like official that it's like, well, that's not going to happen.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
got to go.
No, Beans leaving the blazer and the pin behind. It was just like,
So
and
it's
like
like-
the image of them in a pile. Oh,
I love that you guys were like not the pit vipers.
But it really is like all three of our, like, from the top of the show, like our initial, like all the things we left behind were like our first like objectives. It was like,
Yeah.
Sawyer wants to like go to Frogmont, like her family, and be just as good. Beans wants to like go to school and like abandon his family and like learn new things. And then Esta wants to like be like a tribute, like a powerful, like make the Ruidons proud.
Yeah.
You know, so
all of our characters.
Did you leave anything physically behind?
my
Like your
Ruidon
dress?
signet
your
ring.
signet ring.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That was
Oh
crazy.
my God, that was so good.
That was like, I'm done with you,
Yeah.
family.
No, that was a very clear image in my head. I don't know how I forgot that.
Well, it is like our characters have developed to the point where their initial unique things about them are now like we can get rid of those.
Yeah, it's like
I know,
we don't.
like, our most recognizable, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we
character
don't need
features.
those things to be like who we are anymore.
Oh.
but now it's like, who the hell am I?
Yeah, who are we?
For
Exactly.
Sawyer, like, it's like, what the hell?
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
now it's like discovering who we are, what we stand for, like what we are,
And
what
no-
we have ruined our lives
Yeah,
for.
it's like
Yeah.
we've taken off the training wheels because it was like that was something that we've kind of always had or like
yeah.
strived for in some way, and now that it's gone, it's like now we really have to find what to hold on to because we can't.
Yeah.
It's not school, it's not the family name. It's
Yeah.
I think in the Jammin' with Jared, I talk about somebody was talking about like books or like about arcs and chapters in the podcast, and I was like, I'll go with like books, and I was like, I said it. I'm pretty sure in the Jammin' with Jared, I was like, I'm pretty sure episode 51 is going to be the end of like the second book.
Oh, I just got chilled.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're
leaving
right.
Frogmont, big, huge craziness.
because it's like now things get bigger and bigger. Like in
Yeah.
the real world, it's like we can't keep being like, well, the school's here to protect us. It's like now it can only like spiral and snowball bigger.
Yeah.
And
end of the first book was I'm pretty sure like Little Branch was like y'all getting back from Little Branch, or I think it was discovering that Sabina was Miss Goop.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the end of the first book, and then the
What
entire
episode
second
was
book.
that?
I think that might have been 27,
Was that
25.
we fought her in the gym? Not
Yeah.
the gym, but it was like the.
we under the school.
Under the school,
Yeah.
like in like the abandoned gym.
Yeah.
And, like,
And
yeah.
Fia
I
was
think that was like
there.
episode 25.
like a bunch of like cliffs and.
And that's where Talia disappeared this last time we saw Talia.
I guess that does make sense. Like 1 through 25 is the first book, and then 26 through 51 is the second book.
Yeah.
Wow, how
'cause
evenly
the big
spaced.
recap is after episode 24. It's basically like book one recap.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Because it reminds me of like
Now you have to do another
like
recap.
Yep. Another recap after this one.
it's like second book of the Hunger Games is like they're finally leaving the games. You know,
Yeah.
like she's getting airlifted out. Like the end of
Catching Fire.
yeah, it's Catching Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're finally leaving the structure,
Yeah.
and that's what
Yeah.
they're doing. We're leaving like the quest structure.
And things got so much bigger after that. It's like,
Exactly.
oh shit,
Yeah.
it's war.
Yeah.
that's what I'm feeling.
So good.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the image of all the things we left behind. This is like, I feel like every like few episodes, it's my new like top, like, I want this animated episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this has like
Taking the cake.
instantly, it might be a while before there's another episode of like, this is what I would
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah.
Just all the like
animated.
hallway running, like just the animations of like
Super high budget.
but like all
there are
the
so many characters.
all the animations of us like, getting through in all the different ways, and then like the people we know, it's like almost like just like like appearing in the crowd, and we're like, thank God, but we have to keep running past that. It's like there's no time, but you see everybody like helping their friends, and
And then we get to that moment with Tess, Kate, and Sume.
That was
Where-
crazy.
I was fucking scared.
Yeah.
Tess said, "Do you have the bracelet?" I was like, "No
Yeah.
way."
She wanted
I
to
was
make
like,
sure, but no, we're-
I was like, after everything, you're gonna fucking turn us in.
Yeah. Well, and that was like whenever you looked for them in the crowd, I was like, they're in the back, and I was like, they're not on your side, but like because she needs to know
That was,
if you
that's
still,
so good.
if you have the doubting and the second guessing to question everything. And that's
Of course
why
we do.
Yeah,
We
and that's
do,
why she wanted to
Tess,
know
we
if like
do.
if you regret turning in Levi, like it may not have been the best decision, but like at least that like you question whether or not you made the right decision.
Yeah, rather
is
than being
what she
like,
wanted.
nope,
to know.
we did. Yep, that was right.
Yeah, instead because if you double down, then it would have been a fight.
yeah, we could still jailbreak him.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna have to.
Here's the thing.
We're gonna have to save him from execution.
Here's
I
the
love that
thing.
Sume was just along for the ride.
Yeah. She's like, hey.
Well, they need another. They need. If there's groups of 3, then Sume.
Yeah.
Sume needs to be there. Hi.
They're dating.
Why do we have to jailbreak Levi? He's got 2 capable friends right
Kate
there.
and Tess can do it.
Yeah.
2.
2. Damn.
Well, there's only 3 of us.
I love that we didn't talk to Cade. That's what he gets for being a boy.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was gonna say something. He was gonna say something whenever y'all were talking to Tess. He was gonna be like, "So y'all kind of feel like pieces of shit," or something like that.
Oh, that's classic Cade.
But no, he didn't say that because I think the dog started barking and I forgot.
Probably.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, so big episode. New land and new paths in front of us. Well, I mean, really the only thing in front of us is get to Astea and see what the fuck is happening.
But, the thing directly in front of us is like a bunch of ships.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just gotta keep flying.
that's
But
true.
I think if we can just, as long as nobody casts a spell or anything, and we just fly on through, we'll be okay.
Oh, yeah, we're invisible.
Yeah.
Well, I know what the listeners are thinking. It's been ages since y'all had an airship fight.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Missing the
there's
airship
not enough
fight.
It was like-
airship fights.
I think it
in
was
the
like
show.
4. I think it was like 4 episodes or something, or maybe 3.
Too long. It's been too long. I'm not even being sarcastic.
Been too long without
It's
us
Gals and Goblins.
falling
Like,
out
it's part of
Well,
our brand.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. You know what we haven't done yet that
Invisible.
is fun? Yeah, it's like
like stealth
air.
airship.
Yeah.
Now that
Little
could be
Star Wars action.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we haven't done that yet.
Come on.
I am like kind of excited for like we get to Astea. I'm very much picturing like fucking Aragorn and like Lord of the Rings in the tavern. Like we get to go like incognito mode.
I usually am.
Yeah, I know. But we get to go like incognito mode and like maybe try to get more information on things. Like talk to like just like strangers, but like in
Yeah.
disguises and like
Y'all aren't like, because every time y'all went places, they would be like, oh, like you are like students from the adventuring
Yeah.
academies. Now y'all are just like young kids somewhere.
Kids in the city.
Yeah, if y'all could just be like
Kids
kids
in
that
the
go to
city.
adventuring academy. Y'all got to think of like backgrounds and shit.
gotta think of fake names.
I am so glad we have Margie. I don't know how long you're gonna let us keep Margie.
We'll see.
But we left Germ.
Yeah,
Sure.
Germ was fighting. Germ was fighting for y'all.
Germ.
Germ was in the crowd and he was fucking shit up. It's okay.
Anyway, I don't know when you're gonna rip Margie out of my cold dead hands.
Oh.
But I figure she can't. I don't know. I feel like Jared's cooking up something evil. But I'm glad that she's with us for right now.
Yeah.
'Cause I love her. I love having her with us.
Now maybe you can have like an actual conversation with her that
For
isn't
once.
interrupted by something.
And then Jared's going. Then Lord Arathis shows up out of a portal and grabs her and he takes her away and you never see her again.
God.
Yeah,
Or she
yeah.
has to go back to Raven Rock or whatever.
Esta and Beans can go sit at the front of Sally, and you and Margie can go sit at the back of Sally for your private moment.
Whoa! Backseat of
Yeah.
Sally.
this is also one of the first times that y'all are leaving Frogmont without like a team. It's just the 3 of you and then Margie.
Yeah. And Margie's kind of
Margie's like out of commission right
she's not contributing much. I mean, she contributed a lot. I just mean to
Yeah.
the conversation.
now. Yeah.
And also, it's like
She's like this.
we gotta go just like get her somewhere safe. You know, it's like
I know, and then we got to
Yeah.
leave her there. Just don't. Oh God.
I know, but it's like
Don't remind me.
it's like it would be so much harder to keep her with us and then also worry about like, okay, well then our one priority has to be like you don't get got or hurt. And everything else has to
I
come
just
like
feel so
second.
bad for her. Like everyone is like trying to get her.
Yeah.
Well, let's just take her back to her hidey hole. Oh wait, no, that cover was blown, right?
No, they're looking for it.
They're like circling
They're
in on it.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
close.
If we take her, if
to
we do a bad job getting her back there, we could blow if somebody tracks us. taking
Yeah,
her
we
there.
maybe should like
If we blow her.
The other thing is like y'all like the summit is the next day. So like it
maybe
would
we
take-
can do like a kind of like an in-air transfer of like
yeah.
call.
I mean,
the
I
Silver
have a
Crown.
lot of. There might be some sort of like arcane deterioration, but like I have all those health potions
Yeah.
that I didn't use. I have a ton of healing left. Like I'll have
I
more
have-
after a short rest.
That was my flunk. Is that I have guidance. And I didn't use it.
Don't we
I
have
kept checking my sheet. I was like, surely I have guidance. And then I would go, no, I don't have guidance. And then 5 minutes later, I would be like, well, what if I cast guidance? Not there.
we also didn't you buy those potions of fire breathing?
Yeah, I forgot about those.
I also had that in like our back pocket of like if we get where we can't do
Just
anything.
plunge your hand into my gelatin.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a cool new gelatin bag. So I lost one
Love
accessory,
that.
gained another.
Would you have let me use luck points for getting out of the stunned?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just
That's what I was gonna
But
do.
you got out
would've
so
just
perfectly
re-rolled.
because you got
Yeah.
out after 3 rolls.
Yeah.
It was really
It was
satisfying.
kind of fun that you were stuck there for a little bit though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not.
I liked everybody fussing over me.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe
I
not
wanted
fun
you
for
to get
but
out
it was
after
fun for
3
us.
and you did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we've already talked about the whole get on Sally invisibility thing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I saved it.
That was so
That was big.
good.
It was really, really huge.
That was tough to
Oh,
say.
that's my A plus. Well, no, I said
was
my
cool.
A plus. Okay, I'll give you both an A plus.
yeah.
That's my other A plus is when you said I'm gonna cast invisibility on Sally. I was like, holy shit, Beans can do that.
I think I should have described this in the episode, but I was thinking about it, like, because it's like shadow touch, and I like the idea of like these like flame shadow kind of. I think it's
Yeah.
like that encapsulated her, and she can like blend in the shadows instead of being just like bloop. I'm
Beans
see
is-
through. Like, I think it's more like a shadow, just for flavor.
Yeah.
The shadow daddy trope in Romantasy, Beans like fulfills most of the requirements for it.
Oh my god.
Except that he's a silly little.
If you don't
guy.
have wings.
Oh yeah.
His
Wait, we
tail-
could get some. I do have a tail and teeth and
He
big
has a
claws.
tail and fangs.
Yeah.
And I feel like
that
that's sort of-
I think that does
that's
enough.
like part of it is
Yeah.
just sort of like
So you're saying that
beast feature.
So you're saying that everybody should draw fan art of Beans as a shadow daddy?
Yes.
They might have like another part of Shadow Daddy is that you like have to be 6'3",
And I'm definitely 4 foot.
but that's the only one you're missing because you've got literally can manipulate shadows. You've got like beast features that
Yeah.
you can add and remove from your body, and you've got
A temper.
Oh, I was gonna say abusive dad.
I think that's kind of like a cause and effect. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, heir
Yeah.
to like a powerful
like heir to
something or
powerful
other.
position,
Yeah.
but like with abusive dad is like
Well,
super
hey,
required.
why are we really blocking off our idea of shadow daddies to their height? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be a shadow daddy and be short.
Yeah,
Short
and
king.
you're gonna be the first one.
The first one. I've done it.
What do y'all think of Lord Arathis'?
Okay, I have been wanting to talk about this.
God.
I can't imagine. It was so delicious. I love when a character is permanently fucked up. I love when it's a villain and they're evil and they're also fucked up. And then part of their reason for being evil is because they're like, you fucked me up. I guess not a villain, like anybody, like in Princess Bride. I love when a character is like, you fucked me up and I'm going to fuck you up. And
Yeah.
it's like their vengeance. And it works when they're the hero as well, which I'm sure Lord Arathis is the hero of his own story.
I like that we've given him, because I know it was like, I don't know, are you going to do it? And I was like, I like that we've given him another, like, we've given him a personal reason
Yeah,
how
now
to come
it's
after
personal.
Because it's like, before it was like, you're just kids who are getting in the way, like, and I'm going to get rid of you. But now it's like, you've actually like permanently disfigured me. So now I have a little bit of extra behind like hunting you guys down. Like, I'm going to make it hurt when I find
would
you
feel
guys.
bad if he like wasn't trying to like kill us and kill my girlfriend. I mean Margie. Like, so it's like, well, if you were anybody else, I'd feel bad.
It's also like, he's been a piece of shit this whole time. He deserves to get a little fucked up.
But I also, he was kind of silly, but like with the Valkyrie sweatshirt and like, okay, yes, I have like hot Lord Arathis in my
Yeah.
mind, but like the Lord Arathis that I actually think is canon is like not the super
Kind of
hot
goofy,
Lord Arathis.
silly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
he's like much goofier, much more like fits into the Gals and
Yeah.
Goblins world, like with his Princess Diana fit. But now he is like much just like more of an intimidating.
He's not going to be as silly anymore, because
Like
every
the
time
other day
we see him,
tripped
we're
down
going to
the
be like,
stairs, and now it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
every time we see him now, it's going to be like,
But I love the dark veins. I imagine him with very pale skin. I don't know if that's canon or not.
Yeah.
But and like raven dark hair. So I imagine the veins like spreading out from the puncture like super dark,
Oh yeah.
like into his eye, like turning it like whatever like inky
yeah.
like poison color.
Yeah.
But then I imagine if it's reached up his neck, there's like streaks of hair that have turned white because they're dead.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Okay. Slay.
How
I like
delicious
that.
is that?
I've been imagining, I don't know if you described the like what the poison in the syringe looked like, but it was very like, in my head, it's a very like vibrant purple.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
That's
I
how I was
imagined
imagining
purple.
it too.
yeah. So like, I imagine that the veins are like purple. They're not like
Yeah.
black.
Yeah,
Like,
I imagine
it's,
his
like,
eye kind of went purple.
yeah, they're like nasty purple. So like in my head, it's not white hair. It's like a purple, like nasty.
Oh,
streak.
in my head, the dark. I know I said dark, but like they are like they have a purple. I think
Yeah.
they're canon because I was also imagining purple.
I think at one point in the episode, I was like dark or purple vein. Like, I think it
But
was like
the
kind of,
I'm imagining the veins dark purple.
yeah.
but then the hair white. But I like the hair. I like the
Very-
purple.
I mean, hair white
Purple
is fun
streak.
too.
I mean, listen. You're not going to beat me on
Yeah.
white streaks in the hair, but your brain is your own.
Yeah.
So anyway, let us know in the comments if you think Lord Arathis is hotter or less hot than
Yeah.
before and after.
Oh my goodness.
I know that's not the point of him. I'm sorry.
No. He's supposed to be silly guy that you kind of think is hot. He is supposed to.
Oh, the truth comes out.
Yeah.
He is supposed to be kind of hot.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
I was right.
I feel like your opinion changes every time. Sometimes you're like, no, he's not.
He's objectively
morphs.
described an attractive character.
You've always
Yeah.
said he's like greasy.
Yeah. Well,
The greasier you imagine him, the more like Gals and Goblins canon
that
and
is
less Lily's mind it
the
becomes.
way that I described him was like the gal's point of view of him.
Yeah.
It is
Gross.
like this old dude, like not like old as in like he's like looks like he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
Like
To us, that's all. It's like
he's like greasy
That's old adult.
and it's like and greasy and by greasy I mean like slicked back and also like he looks like he wants to fuck you up and like he's lying around your back.
and he's evil, and we know he's evil.
Yeah.
And when an adult is like condescending and lying to you, and you know they're evil, but then they're acting like they're not, but then like they know you can't do anything about it because you're a kid, and you're like, oh, like fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I guess like Sawyer's opinion of him is just like, oh, he looks freaky now.
I did have an alternative plan because I thought Tess and Cade were maybe going to be like, this is your final stand. You have to fight us to get to Sally. My other plan was to present myself to Sally because I know that Tess had the fruit. I was going to present myself and hope Sally wanted to put me in her bug mandibles more than the fruit
Yeah.
that Tess had. So
good.
just thought I'd get that out there.
There was I'll give y'all a little bit because it can't happen now of like the drama of stuff was because you just reminded me of that was each time like kind of like a group of 3 came to y'all's aid and the end it was gonna be like Tess, Kate, and Sume and they were kind of on the chopping block of the bad shit happening to them to one of them and
like getting caught by Lord Arathis.
yeah, like getting caught by Lord Arathis, like they wanted to protect the 3 of you and Margie. But since
Do any of them
Sume
know, like,
convinced him, and y'all snuck out, nothing happened.
Damn. They just saw a Githyanki with us.
Yeah.
Like no one knows that was her.
No one knows that was Margie,
Yeah.
But
I
they all
wonder-
know we have
except for probably like Lee and Toby, maybe,
Yeah.
because they know her pretty well.
I wonder if they have like a full log of like all the Githyankis by like their like aliases or current names or something, right?
Probably
So,
like figuring it out.
like an incomplete one.
yeah. Like I'm just curious
'Cause
that
they-
like if it's important for us like to not say Margie, you know, like is it important? Like do they
Oh, we're
know
gonna
that
have to
there's
give
a
her code name.
Margie?
Because your siblings stole that Dwarven child.
Yeah, they stole one.
So like they obviously knew like this isn't a dwarf.
Yep.
Do you think Margie would have shown Toby and Lee
She would not have.
her form?
Not before this.
But would she have mentioned it to them? Like
No.
I am a Githyanki?
No.
Because it wasn't that like that
I
was
feel
like
like
the
they would
huge,
be confused too.
that
I mean,
was,
I
like,
love
the huge
Toby and Lee,
secret.
but like, yeah, that's a lot to put on them. Then they're getting tortured for information,
yeah.
you know?
Exactly. A pluses and flunks if you haven't done them already.
Yeah, well, my flunk was no crop dusting.
No crop
that was
dusting.
a big miss.
Yeah.
My flunk was whatever situation this was with Lord Arathis at the end, like him catching us, probably would have been really, really
Juice.
hot and juicy.
Yeah.
But I probably would have like cried about it for like 3 days after this because he probably would have, his goal would have probably been to get Margie from us.
Probably would have really fucked us up.
Yeah, so I guess conflicted. I guess not a flunk of like I think that it went wrong. Just like I'm so curious what would have happened like when I was a kid and I read Choose Your Own Adventures. I would like read every single ending. So it's like kind of killing me right now that I don't know. But that's not a flunk. I don't wish anything
Yeah.
had gone differently. I think that like I think Olivia
'Cause
the
here's the
move was
thing.
clutch. I think Jared you handled it well.
Yeah. Well, like, what did you learn? You learned you got to let me cook.
And I did. I'm gonna flunk myself for having no faith in Jared.
Well, no, I'll say
I
like
didn't have no faith in you. That was an exaggeration.
The feedback, like with how upset you were, I was like, okay, like we got to add, like I really do got to cook because I was already like planning on, I already had like the ingredients there,
Yeah.
but then I was like, all right, well, like maybe I got to like throw in a couple things here, got to throw in a couple things there, like
But just for the record, I wasn't like, ugh, Jared like screwed us over or like
No,
it's
yeah.
all over. But I was like, this is just going differently than like I wanted it, which again is fine. That's not the only point of the podcast. But it was perfect and that's my flunk. Should have believed.
My A plus is, I know what you're thinking, should be the invisibility move. I feel like we know that one.
I already A+'d it.
My other A plus is trying to get Esta. I don't know. I liked all the different ways I tried within like my action economy. Even though it didn't work out, I still like enjoyed that it was like, well, I tried to shove and I tried to grapple.
Yeah,
like
you tried everything.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that like we probably normally wouldn't use in like a real battle that we got to like try out this time. And my tail reaction finally
That was
worked.
really good.
That was fun.
Yeah.
My A+, I feel like I already gave one.
I think you did.
I gave a flunk that I forgot I have guidance, which you know, classic of I'm gonna forget every spell I have.
Well, now Olivia and I know you have guidance.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put a postcard, like we should put like little flashcards of just like
I should.
all your spells up in front of you, like no descriptions, just be like the names of them. So you're like, oh yeah.
Well, it is nice to have physical cards.
Yeah, some people play like that with physical cards.
I'm sure
and
we
physical spell counters.
I don't think we have all of them.
No.
Yeah, I found a couple of them, but I'd have to buy all the decks. My A+ is kind of my my interactions with my siblings were really fun, and I really worked pretty hard on making each of them very like as characters. Like when I like the way that I like wrote them out for Jared, I wanted them to each be very distinct, and then like my relationships with each of them to be very distinct, which I hadn't like fleshed out until before these couple of episodes. So I liked that I had like the opportunity to have all like kind of give examples of all those different relationships. I liked that.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And then my other A+, invisibility. That was like, I feel like we didn't appreciate it as much in the moment because we were all so stressed.
We all just want it out.
But yeah, that really should have been like a, yo, holy shit moment.
I feel like it was.
I don't think we did.
Maybe we were just too
I
locked
think
in. In my head, that's how I felt.
We were like, get on.
Olivia-
Invisibility. Perfect. Let's go.
Olivia said it, and we were all kind of like waiting for Jared to be like,
eh.
okay. So we were kind of, oh, okay. I think we were all
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
In my head, air horns were going on.
Yeah. I think A+ and flunk is the invisibility. Just like how great it was, how smart it was, how well you executed it, just like our dealing and handling of it. And then also just like, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do.
The players
did
win
it.
this one.
Yeah, we win this round.
I really did.
Oh, it feels kind of good.
Good.
Feels kind of.
It feels good because if you were a bad DM, you would have just done what you wanted and like
True.
and been like, nah, fuck off. You
Yeah.
know?
guys.
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing,
Because you could have done that.
Yeah.
And we would have been like,
I know, it would have been upsetting.
and now we're going into another fight. Thank goodness. No, we're not. We're going to a stealth encounter.
yeah.
Sorry, I just.
Hey, don't bring that on us.
I have a lot more in me.
All right.
Well, let's not have to use it.
Yeah.
Well,
EP.
tune in next week for episode 52.
Oh
We're gonna have
my
to
God.
upgrade our Lord Arathis disguise.
Yeah.
No,
my
I
gosh.
have face paint.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll have to get purple face paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go from here? Where is
Wait.
the journey
To get into the
go?
summit, to get into the
Did
Advent
we
summit.
grab his pajamas?
Yeah, they were
I
in the
would
bag
say
of holding.
like y'all were there for long enough that like y'all would have grabbed shit and y'all had like the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay, that was true.
It was, I think, a little bit more of like, what did y'all leave behind? Was
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
were
I liked that.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for listening to this.
Thank you.
Hop in
If
that
you're-
Patreon if you want more.
Yeah. Please hop in the Patreon. It's juicy in there and it's delicious. It's chaotic. And we've been cooking up works of genius, I feel very comfortable saying.
Yeah.
And if you're here listening to Study Break 52, you are a real one. You are such a real one. And we love you. And I would love to hear what you think of the Patreon episodes.
We also have our live show coming up in Austin, Texas on March 8th. You can get tickets at our website at galsandgoblins.com.
And if you can't make it to Austin, we're also selling live stream tickets. for
Oh,
that as
yeah.
well.
You don't have to be in Austin to see that.
No.
And you'll get to watch it live with everyone else at the same exact time, not a replay. There
very
will
fun.
be no replay, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to see it,
Exclusive.
if you want to see it, either hop in that live stream or get to Austin, or
Yeah.
we'll see you next live show.
Yep. You can also get merch at our website.
Oh, yeah.
Merch shop. Maybe you have some Christmas money left over. Maybe you got some money for Christmas.
Or you can hop in that Discord because, well, if you weren't in the Discord, we did a game night back in December for Christmas.
And we'll probably do another one.
And yeah, I'm speaking of, let's get a little meta here. It hasn't happened yet on
it's gonna
our
be
end
awesome.
while we're recording this.
Yeah, this is coming out like January like 15th or something like that.
Yeah, and we're recording this on literally a month before that. It's December 15th today. But I'm assuming it's all going to go great and everybody's going to have a great time. So we're probably going to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're hearing this and it went horribly, then
This is out of the episode.
yeah,
You're not hearing
then we're
this.
cutting it.
Then join
so.
the Discord anyway because it's a party in there.
Yeah. And then
a
you can
party,
ask
it's a
what
party.
went so wrong at that game night, guys.
Yeah. What was the game night
Oh
drama?
my God.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
No.
It's gonna go perfect.
Physically fit.
Physically fit. Physically fit.
That's crazy. All right.
All right,
Bye.
see ya.
See ya.
Bye.